Hey, what's up, y'all? We're headed over to Canton, Ohio today to take a ride on Kings Island's Banshee. Let's roll. So, in 2014, Kings Island debuted Banshee, which features a 164-foot height, over 4,000 feet of track, 7 inversions, and a 2.5-minute ride time. Now, during the announcement, Kings Island's vice president and general manager said people from around the world will plan a visit to Ohio next summer specifically to experience this ride. Well, I don't know about all that. I mean, I wouldn't fly from Osaka to Ohio just to ride Banshee, but it's a pretty good ride. It features a number of things that I really like. The first being, and this is controversial, but the vest restraints. I know they're hated. A lot of enthusiasts really dislike them, but I vastly prefer them to those old school hard over-the-shoulder restraints that B&M's used to feature. Another thing I really like on this ride is the fact that there is no pre-drop. I really like how it just goes into the drop from the lift. That's one thing with B&M's, old school B&M's, that always kind of annoyed me. Another thing I really like is the just huge flowing elements on this ride. This is something that B&M does really well these days, particularly the first element, that gigantic dive loop. I love that. I love that feeling of soaring up into the air as you slowly rotate over. I think that's probably my favorite inversion on this coaster. There are also some really surprising moments on it, particularly when you come out of the 0G roll and you go down into that ravine. It's really cool because that's the fastest moment on the ride. So midway through, you hit that 68 mile an hour top speed. That's really cool. And I like the final inline twist that they added as well. Some other things that are really cool about this ride are the sign out front with the mist. Here, I like the sort of quasi-gothic station and elements they put around there. Now, on the downside, there are a few things about this ride that I didn't like. First of all, it has the dreaded sliding rattle. This was particularly noticeable on my first ride, but it seemed to disappear later. Maybe it was just that particular train that I rode. A much bigger problem for me, though, is the layout. This ride is really just an inversion fest. This is one of my least favorite styles of layout. I just find it dull. I like a little more mixing up of elements and so forth. Now, granted, on an inverted coaster, there's only so much you can do, but I personally find it just to be bad, repetitive design overall. So, is this one of my favorite inverts? The answer is no. I can think of 3 or 4 other inverted coasters I'd really rather ride. Ultimately, though, it is fun, and I marathoned it for maybe 10 rides the last time I was at Kings Island, so it can't be that bad. So that about sums up my feelings of the ride. What about you, though? If you've ridden Banshee, I'd like to hear what you think about it in the comments below. But otherwise, I will talk to you next time. Take care and enjoy the ride.